Me.
How'd I win your heart?
You cooked me a good steak.
Of course. Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Brian over here at the Little Orchard Farm. Welcome to today's video. So glad you joined us. Hope you're having a great week and going to have a wonderful weekend. And man, we're going to share a couple of things that we've been doing here on the farm for the last couple of days, particularly Karen, as she took a couple of days off to come out and, man, get a jump start on that last frost date. So as soon as that day had passed, she was digging the ground, and it's so exciting because she's been putting some stuff in the garden and want to share with you, show you what we're doing there. And then also I want to give you an orchard update. The trees are greening up, and I want to show you kind of how that's coming along and what some of our plans are for the orchard, the little orchard. And then show you kind of a couple of other things that we have kind of rolling with Dylan. Dylan has been working on the logs, the wood logs for our fence. So that's coming along really nicely. In fact, I think we're going to start putting logs in the ground pretty darn soon. And we've got a couple of other things going on this weekend. One very, very special thing that's going on. It's Karen's birthday this weekend. So we're going to celebrate. We're going to have a good time. Anyway, we got a lot to do. Let's do this. All right, we're out here early in the morning. Getting some of our limbs chopped up to get a little bit more mulch. We've employed the kids. So today's your birthday. How you feel?
I hurt.
You hurt? Spent the last couple of days out here working hard on the land, huh?
Yep.
What are we going to do for your birthday?
Eat steaks.
Is that how you want to do it? Is that the favorite way to celebrate your birthday? Is with a big old steak?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Sounds good to me.
How'd I win your heart?
You cooked me a good steak.
right, so as I mentioned a little bit earlier in the video, Karen was out here the last couple of days planting the garden, and she did a phenomenal job. So what Karen is experimenting with this season is she's got a few lettuces in, a lettuce and a butter crunch and a slow bolt, spinach, a couple of rows of spinach, and then the one all the way down here on the end is actually the onions. We're a little late in getting onions out this year, but she's got some sweet yellows and some Spanish. Actually got maybe 5 rows of those in there. So we'll see how they do. Broccoli, cauliflower, all of our peppers on that second row, the bell peppers, the hot peppers. Really excited about that. I always have cayenne and jalapenos in my garden for all of our fajita mix meals and spicy chickens and things like that we do on the grill. She's got carrots here. She's got some herbs there in the middle, some garlic and so forth down there past that, and then some tomatoes, a bunch of tomato plants. So we'll have to, I think I'm going to do I forgot what it's called, where you put some post and run string back and forth. Is that called the California cross or something like that? Anyway, some sort of a staking technique where instead of building individual funnels or things like that, cages, I'm going to try to run them using a string trellis system. And then here, cucumbers, several cucumbers. We've got the squash, we've got watermelon, and we've got actually I think we got a couple of watermelon plants, and then the cantaloupe. So super stoked about it. Then over here we will put our beans and our beans, peas, and maybe a couple of more trellis pickling cucumbers. All right, so Karen's garden is coming along nicely. We got it planted, and she's actually just finishing up the watering this evening on it. We have a temporary deer netting over the rows, just to kind of keep the rabbits maybe from getting into it until we can get the fence up tomorrow. All right. Well, that's the garden update. Super excited about it. All right. Show you what's going on in the orchard. All right, so the orchard is really looking great. We've got a lot of of our apple trees. This is a blue damson plum tree, but we've got apple trees here. We've got, my goodness, the only trees that the goji berries. Let me show you the goji berries. The goji berries are actually looking really good as they are flowering. Or greening up rather, but those look healthy. Those look really healthy. Both of them look really good. The only things I'm really concerned about are my turkey fig and my brown mission fig. Those are kind of looking a little weak. This right here is actually my black mission fig tree. It's dry at the top. I'm going to let it go. I'm going to keep treating it as I've been treating it and see what happens. Beautiful sugar plum tree here, looking great. I've got a couple of trees like this one here, and this is a great representative because I think it's most of the other ones that are like it. My Alberta peach trees. These are my Alberta peach tree. Alberta peach, I got flowering buds at the bottom, but nothing up here. So I don't know what I should do. Should I cut this back and let it come from that 2 foot up? But this is absolutely, that looks very dead to me. And I'm thinking I need to cut it. But I don't know. Never done this before. Here's their gala. Our gala. The gala apple tree. Looking good. As is all of the apple trees on this row. Man, love it. Here's some more. This is our the Bartlett pear. The Bartlett pear tree is looking really, really good. And I'm thinking I can begin to train some of these branches, but I got to figure that out. That's tight. That's tight. Oh, what do we got over here? Oh, Red Delicious apples. Here's the one that's kind of got me a little puzzled. Maybe you guys can help me out on this. I don't know. This is the Red Baron peach tree. And all three of these have not shown a single. You can see them after there. Boom. And all the way down there, way up here. All three of them. Not a single piece of greenery to any of them. No buds, no nothing. So I don't know if it's a late bloomer or if it's or if they're dead. Or if they don't have leaves. Maybe the Red Baron has no leaves whatsoever. It just pops out fruit. Okay. What else we got over here? My goodness gracious, this one's looking good. Fuji. This is the Fuji apple tree. Fuji apple. Looking great. And I get over here in the corner. Granny Smith apple, one of my favorites. Ooh, sweet and tart. What do we got here? Golden Delicious. It's green, but this one, no, this is not my golden. This is my Goldmine nectarine tree. This is one of the ones that I was a little concerned about. I'm gonna let it ride. It looks a little rough at the top, but I'm gonna let it ride. My nectarines and the Red Barons, I'm not seeing a lot of growth on. So it's got me a little worried. What is this guy right here? This is something different. I think this is my Fuji persimmon. Fuji persimmon tree. Haven't seen any movement on this guy yet. Granny Smith. Looks great. Boom, look at that. Wow, isn't that awesome? Looks great. This is another one of my nectarines right here. This is the Goldmine nectarine. Again, not a lot of movement on this guy. And then finally, another Granny Smith here on the end. And this bad boy is looking really nice. Moon glows. Got a moon glow pear. Fuji apple here. Fuji. What's this one here on the end? I'm getting a little greenery on this bad boy. Oh, another moon glow. Another moon glow. So for the most part, they're all doing really well. I need to come back in and put a fresh layer of mulch around it as I attempted to bring out my mower and use the mower to kind of knock down some of the high grass that allows us to kind of just walk between the rows. We can probably also use a little bit of the wood chips to create a more sustainable walk path. But for the most part, the orchard's looking pretty good and healthy. Pretty pleased with that. Well, there you have it. That's the orchard update. All right, so now for the fencing update. So we've completed a few more of our logs. We've got several more of them that have been debarked and have begun the drying out process. We need to actually move these over into our other stack. But they are, we've got them drying. We've got them debarked here. I say that one's got a little bit of left on it. But we've also, Dylan also has cleaned off several rails. And so we'll have some rails to go for our fencing. We've got additional trees on the ground. for the rails. We've been thinning a few of these out up here. We still have hundreds, and I mean hundreds of pine trees. And so thinning these out a little bit, I think, is best for, for the overall health of that little thicket, that little forest right there. But we got plenty enough to begin putting. And I said I was going to start with the orchard fencing. I don't think I am. I think I'm actually going to start with the garden fence because the garden fence is definitely going to be needed. I think over the long haul, I'm not sure that the orchard fence is going to be like an absolute necessity. Meaning, yes, we'll have some deer pressure in the orchard. We may have some of the additional pest or critter pressure. But the goal is not necessarily to keep everything out. The goal is to get it off to a good start and a good healthy start. And the deer netting that I have up right now with the temporary fencing is really doing the job so far. I haven't come in and seen trees all capped, so that's good. So I may end up not putting some sort of a large fencing structure up around the orchard. But the garden is absolutely going to need a fence structure that protects it from the deer, raccoons. If I can, I seriously doubt I'll be able to guard against raccoons, possum, rabbit. Some of those critters that want to get in and just tear up my garden. So that one is probably the one that I'm going to start laying post out on. We'll probably get the layout of it done tomorrow, so where we can start spotting and figuring out exactly how many posts we're going to need, the amount of fencing that's going to be required, and any additional supplies. So in the weeks to come, we'll have that. But there you have it. Our pine log fence update. Cool beans. Well, all right, I think we're going to get off and go celebrate Karen's birthday tonight, do a little grilling out, a little relaxing. We've had a long day on the farm today. We got quite a bit done. So we're going to get off and go relax and celebrate. And I hope that you guys have a wonderful week, a very blessed week. And until we see you again the next time, we will see you.